It is done and dusted like I've been giving it to you here. Chido Obi Martin has finally completed his move from Arsenal to Manchester United. The talented striker leaves Arsenal after accepting the proposal from Manchester United. This has been confirmed by the kingpin himself, Fabrizio Romano. And of course, it is not only him. United are cooking and indeed cooking well. Another youngster called Samuel Lusale from Crystal Palace has also joined the Manchester United Academy. Impressive stuff happening there by Manchester United. My name is Webb. Here is an update concerning Manchester United news from last night. There is quite a number of things that happened between the night and this morning, and of course I'm here to give them to you. I just do remind you to like, share and subscribe to the United Hotspot so that you don't get to miss any ounce of the Man United talks. Now the latest confirmation is the 16-year-old winger who has accepted to join Manchester United from Crystal Palace after he turned down an opportunity of a scholarship at Crystal Palace, and he's set to join now the Red Devils. He's 16 and he's a promising young winger, just like we brought in Chido Obi Martin, a promising striker. It is going to be a beautiful time for the youngsters at Man United. The thing is, this is what I've been saying. The Manchester United project by INEOS is so focused on the youngsters, and it's such a beautiful time for any youngster to jump on. It's, I think, a dream. It would be a dream for any youngster to come in and jump into this project. It's promising. It's focused on youngsters now, but also Alejandro Garnacho and Kobe Maino have given it a good advertisement. I think they are the reason why we are getting kids like Chido Obi Martin dropping Arsenal, refusing big contracts to join us. This is the reason why we are getting boys turning down scholarships from Crystal Palace to join it, but also the prospect of being your name going down as a part of the team that brought back Manchester United, built by INEOS, the INEOS babes, if you would call them, I think is also exciting to most of these youngsters. So this is exactly what is going on. Chido Obi Martin, he's a striker. He was born in 2007. He's a top talented player, and in fact, it is believed that he could actually quickly try and make amends to be playing with the senior team. He's only 17, but he's such a baller, a lot of promise. And like I said it yesterday, that Ruud van Nistelrooy was so pivotal in him choosing to join Manchester United, because Van Nistelrooy spoke to him about his development plan, because Van Nistelrooy is the man who is going to be focused on the youngsters and especially the strikers or the attackers in the final third. He's the one who's going to focus on them. Now, like I said, I've said it several times before, that any sober Gen Z kid will cherish the prospect of being handled by one of the greatest strikers to ever play football in the Premier League. I think the return of Ruud van Nistelrooy as a coach, I think, was a master plan, was a master stroke. I think it was a killer. It was a game changer. It brought back quickly the allure for top players to join Man United, because there is a big example for them to learn from. Ruud van Nistelrooy will know how you handle yourself as a striker, how you move as a striker, how the wingers are supposed to to pass the ball to you. So if you get him at 17, a kid like Chido Obi, I think that's a blessing that you cannot get from anywhere. So that's part of why this kid accepted to join Manchester United. These kids, trust you me, because Ruud van Nistelrooy is also going to spend a lot of time with the academy, because that's the balance that we want to see. Help the youngsters so that when they come into the senior team, they easily fit in. For United to stop relying on buying players for a lot of money, but rather get them young and get them from within. Now, Chido Obi Martin, for example, has come in for free, because his contract was out at Arsenal and he turned down a new contract. So these are the scoops that we want. Now remember, already we've got youngsters like Leny Yoro already with Manchester United. So you look at the future, say the next 5 years for Man United, and you're thinking at that time in 5 years, Kobe Mino will be in his prime age for a footballer. Certainly, all factors constant, he will be their captain. You have, Leny Yoro is only 18. He will be in his age. Harry Amas, to play kids like Toby Collier, who will be like 24, 25. You talk about kids like Alejandro Garnacho, Amad Diallo. The future of Manchester United, guys, is exciting. Rasmus Højlund himself will be in his peak as a footballer. The future of Manchester United is bound to be quick, to be huge, and even the transition will be so easy. for them to go into the senior team, but also for INEOS, the transition they want to make in a few years is going to be easy because they're going to be getting kids from within to come and join the senior team. So beautiful stuff that happening for Manchester United. But still talking about Leny Yoro, there is a video I've seen this morning of Leny Yoro, and he seemed to be on a plaza in Manchester, and it's like he was walking on crutches and in a boot. A little bit like if you recall, Kobe Maino's injury in the last preseason. It's almost following the same thing. Now I'm trying to look at it critically. The plaza that he's working at, the NAP Plaza, is in I think is in New York, is in the US. He seems to be putting on a Manchester United kit. I'm seeing as if Man United guys around him. I cannot completely verify this video, but it looks as if this was a Manchester United thing. This is a recent thing. If that's so, it's sad. It's sad, and of course people are commenting on it. Someone has shared this on social media. But this shows you why we needed to make these signings. The depth that one single injury can send us back where we are. So that's where we were before. So that's exactly what INEOS are hoping to avoid, the injuries. So Leny Yoro, but what we know it is was put off as a precaution. In that game against Arsenal, he was put off as a precaution, but it wasn't that bad. But seeing him in crutches really spells something different. We want to wait and see how bad this injury will be. But this seems to be an authentic video from where I sit. So I'm trying to wait and see what will happen. But again, that tells you why we need to sign Mathis Delete as early as yesterday, because we are not going to go on with the preseason without proper centre back partnership, because very soon Lisandro Martinez will be joining in. We need to have our players in and early. So if Leny Yoro is injured, he's a youngster. Certainly, he will really overcome this because they are young, they are fresh, their bodies are. It's easy for them to recover. But when it comes to the training and the preparations that INEOS Eric Ten Hag is trying to make, he needs to have, I think, a fully constituted backline for him to be able to build what he wants properly. So that's why we probably think we will probably want Bayern to expedite the Delete signing, and we see what happens. The beauty though is that I have a feeling that when Aaron Wan-Bissaka leaves and joins West Ham, which is almost imminent, my feeling is that United won't only bring in Nusayr Mazraoui. I feel like it will be a double deal. We'll bring confirm both Mazraoui and Delete probably at once, because that will save time. Because most of the talks with Delete were done. My feeling is Bayern want a whole sum of big money so that they can easily bring in Jonathan Tah quickly. That's what I think. My name is Webb. This is the United Sport. It's a good morning for our academy and for the future of Manchester United. Like, share, and subscribe. And let me catch you later, fam.